Roni K95 here. Today's discussion video, we're going to be talking about something that we have never done one like this before, but that's something a lot more interesting. And this is going to be a serious type of video because I am back here once again with a discussion video. And this time we're going to be talking about donating your mangas after you dropped reading them, especially like whenever you want to donate them to the library, especially the ones that you have that after you have been dropped as well, especially whether if you thought it was meh, or if you thought it was terrible, or if you thought it was better than the others, or even the ones that they hated it. But to me, I just felt like it was incomplete, and you haven't started most of them like I have wanted to come by for most manga, though, especially because I have wanted to know for this as well, because especially when you buy a manga book and you wanted to like particularly have the whole proper way of how you wanted to come by for whenever you have to come for this as well, and you wanted to expect for this as well, is that you wanted to donate them because you haven't, and particularly how you wanted to come across for this as well, and particularly this explains for the fact for this as well. Let's say, for example, particularly, like I have this copy of Big Adventures of Majoko Volume 4, even though this is the only manga I have just read particularly, and this is all you wanted to come across for this as well. And technically, to me though, is that I have wanted to come by for how this is the reason of how you wanted to come by for how to do this whole thing on that accordingly, just to give you the fact for this as well. Because even though I have already dropped a certain manga like this one as well, accordingly, just to give you a word for this as well. For the most part, on whatever you wanted to come by to ever donating your mangas after you have dropped from the library that you recently had in your collection. Like, say, for example, like I have this copy of Big Adventures of Majoko Volume 4, because it's the only volume I have after reading this. I think I dropped the series, though, because I didn't get the first 3 remaining volumes, because I never got the chance to get it. And it's not because I don't hate it, no, it's just that I never got the chance, particularly, because I felt like I'm incomplete, that's why. And not only that, even though I have already dropped this series, though, on my previous video, if you have not seen my mangas I have dropped video, the original video, the link will be in the description down below if you want to go check out the previous video that I did a while back as well. And that's particularly for what I come by for this accordingly. Yeah. And this is how you want to come by for collecting mangas, because I'm going to be picking out only a handful of titles from which we'll be getting to. I'm going to be picking out only a handful of manga titles that what I personally like the most, because I like Berserk, Blade of the Immortal, Rurouni Kenshin, Ranma 1/2, Urusei Yatsura, Fushigi Yugi, Ms. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and Full Metal Alchemist, as well as Death Note and Dr. Slump, Dragon Ball series, and One Piece. Because I'm going to be picking out only a handful of titles as well, because of a manga, and also Sorcerer Hunters, if I could find more of them, because this is something I keep that. And also Vagabond, I'm going to be upgrading to get the Viz Big editions of them soon, as well as Yu Yu Hakusho as well. Because I'm going to be from now on, I'm going to have to be picking out only, and also I'm going to be picking out only just about a handful of manga titles, particularly, especially if you want to add this to your manga collection, particularly, because I have a feeling that's why. Let's say, for example, like, as we continue on in this discussion, because I have ones that were incomplete that I'm going to donate. Because all I just got were just volumes 1 and volume 4, unfortunately. Let's say, for example, like I have Choco Mimi, even though I've already dropped the manga series, though, because, and this is how you want to get yourselves catered in, specifically, though, because I just wanted to know for this as well, like, when you ever wanted to drop a certain series, though, especially that you wanted to do, yeah, if you haven't seen the video, the link will be in the description down below, because the video, like, if you want to go check it out for more information about this video, because I have thought it was cool to do a new way of how I get the whole proper way of this as well. Not only that, I just have my own proper priority thing, particularly for whenever you wanted to come by for to collect only a good handful of manga, though, which I will tell you more about it after I finish this as well. So anyways, most mangas I don't have that are missing, like volumes 2 and 3 of Choco Mimi, like these ones, because they're missing. And yes, these were put out by Viz Kids on here, because volumes 2 and 3 are missing, so I felt like this is incomplete, though. And this is very uncommon, because I have probably got the good sense to have the donation, though, because this was almost like a letdown after reading volumes that are also in. So I had to drop a series, though, because I don't hate it. No, it's just that I don't hate the manga. No, it's just that I felt like it's incomplete because I just never got the chance to get more volumes of them. Especially, sometimes what you get or what you're looking for, and sometimes you just don't get what you would expect. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's just the whole thing for how whenever you want to pick a manga, like, of something of what you were looking for, because this just explains for the fact for this as well. Particularly, I just wanted to come by for how you wanted to donate some manga to the library as well. Because of something of what you have, for what you expected the most. And particularly, I just wanted to know for this as well, particularly for whenever I wanted to come by for donating a certain series on there, particularly because, especially if you wanted to have the whole priority goals of how you wanted to come by for how to get yourselves a little catered in as well, particularly for what I imagine getting the whole thing for this. I was once for how I realized as well. And also I'm going to be picking out only a handful of titles from manga, such as Tagami Bachi, because I got more volumes of them, because I'm keeping Tagami Bachi, because I'm just going to be only picking out a handful of them from now, because I will start the Shonen Jump section of my manga collection when I get back into do this as soon as I can. Once I get floating wall shelves for the manga collection, that's why. Because I have a feeling, particularly of what I come by for, you wanted to get yourselves a little catered in, particularly for what I guess you can go figure out a way as well, because I just wanted to come across for this accordingly. So, and then afterwards, particularly, I just wanted to, because you have to have a good proper feeling of how you wanted to know for how, one of the most reasons of how you wanted donating your mangas that you just don't get of what you were looking for. Problem is that when you're knowing, once you dropped a certain manga series that has let you down, or if you thought the manga series was better than the other ones, or if you thought it was meh, or if you thought it was sucked, or if you thought it was terrible, or you felt like it was, you don't expect of what you got when you were expecting to get all all the volumes of the entire certain manga series in bulk as well. Once you started reading a certain manga series of what you wanted to start to begin whenever you read it as well, particularly of how you wanted to come by for how this, just to give you a little heads up for the words on that, particularly like for how I wanted to come by for how you wanted to know about this, particularly whenever you've been a manga reader in your life, particularly like very drastically, because I have been reading manga wise as well. Because I've been doing manga reading vlog wise and manga reading log for the monthly wise as well, because I just wanted to know for this as particularly one of the most reasons is that when you have the whole little stigma, it's all little, just to give you catered yourself in a way in matters of this. Once that you were knowing of how you have the whole little thing for this of how you wanted to do is that, like say for example, like I have my backpack, because I have a whole lot of them in there as well, because I just keep some of my manga favorites of what I like, of what defines me as a otaku as well. Which it does remind me, I gotta get back to do another discussion video about keeping mangas as favorites, as well as having your mangas packed away in the storage bins, like if you want to put them in storage, which I will get to do that at some point. Well, true thing is, particularly, it's okay if you have been drop a certain manga series that you wanted to read, but you just read a different volume instead of reading the first volume on any certain manga series in general. You just felt like it has let you down, and it's like the whole incomplete thing, which is the whole icing on the cake is what I would have called that particularly, which is almost like a throwaway, especially when you read a certain manga volume that you haven't start from the beginning of the certain manga series in general. Like, once you started reading so much manga particularly, yeah, because I just wanted to know for the fact for this accordingly, because this is all has got to the curiosity is what it feels like when you were around, and then eventually started the whole thing of whenever you have been figuring out a way, and then afterwards particularly of how you wanted to do this as well accordingly. So that's pretty much it I have for the whole thing for this, which is going to be it for the whole manga that you dropped after you haven't finished reading it, but you felt like you were incomplete. These are the ones that you will have to donate to the library as well, because it's just going to help you save you time and money accordingly, particularly just to give you for the fact for this as well, just to give you little hep shots as well. As you guys all know, if you guys watch the channel, I've been literally getting into more discussion plans, such as keeping your manga books as favorites in your manga collection, and also storaging manga into packed away, and I'm also getting into like probably manga unhaul videos, because why not? Because I just want it to have it like, you know what I mean. Because, you get the picture though, because I have wanted to know for the whole own little stigma is what I have been realized for this. When you're having own little confidence for that is a case of what you don't know what you were going for. Because it's definitely different from coming out of the blue, particularly once you donate some manga after you haven't read, like when you read a certain part of the manga, or if you read almost or half of the entire mangas that you read, but it has let you down. Like when you felt like you were very incomplete, and then you had to donate it once you drop a certain manga series, though. And if you haven't seen the video, the link will be in the description down below if you want to go check out my previous video that I did a while back as well. As if you like, at your leisure at some point. So that's going to be it for my discussion video about donating some manga after you dropped, after you felt like you are incomplete to the library. For today's discussion video for today, you guys, thank you for watching. But before we go, here's what I'm going to say for this one. Well, this is a brand new discussion video that I have never done one like this before until now, because we were long overdue for a brand new video like this, because I haven't thought about it until now, because I have been doing it ever since I have been looking back on my previous video where I did my first manga unhaul video. Let me rephrase that. Oh yeah, my manga unhaul video last year, because I sold some off of my extra copies of Mega Man Anti-Warrior on Facebook Marketplaces. Like, I think I sold them on there because I needed money. That's why, because money is good. That's particularly for how I wanted to come across for this, for the whole thing for that. On several occasions, and pretty soon, which it does remind me, starting January, I'm going to have to probably get back to do a new video where I talk about the manga unhaul videos as soon as I can. I think I'll probably do them as soon as I can as well, because I have been dealt with these that I've never done one like that before till now. That's why. Hope to subscribe for more content. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to my channel, especially if you ever guys watch the channel. I've been literally getting into the Blu-ray now from World Cinema and Ralph Bakshi films from the 70s and 80s, and also Italian cinema from Dario Argento to Ruggiero Deodato. A lot of good stuff as well. Yeah, because Ruggiero Deodato is an Italian director who worked on Cannibal Holocaust and Raiders of Atlantis, which is Atlantis Interceptors, by the way. And I'm also getting into THX certified movies as well. And I'm also literally getting into web series from VivziePop, like from Has Been Hotel to Hell of a Boss as well. And I'm also getting into collecting metal albums on CD and vinyl records from like new wave of British heavy metal, Scandinavian black metal, Norwegian black metal, Swedish extreme metal, as well as thrash metal, everything like from the 80s to the 90s on there. Because, and I'm also getting into the obscure death and thrash metal bands, and probably some obscure black metal bands also as well too, especially those that have never heard about as well, because I've been literally getting into those as well. And I'm also getting into the whole different type of collecting hobbies in it as well, for the whole variety of it as well. Not just collecting manga, anime, video games, and gunpla in general, because I've been literally getting into the whole newest level as well. Because I have a whole history of, in the whole different collecting hobbies for the variety of it as well. And I'm also getting into patches for my Battle Jacket as well, because I've been literally getting into the Battle Jacket update videos also as well. And I'm also getting into metal concert videos when I go to see, whenever I save up money to get concert tickets. I would love to go to a metal concert one day at some point, because I would love to go to a concert to see my favorite metal band performing live as well. In general, that's why. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Let me know. Smack the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates, just to keep you notified as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Like, have you ever donated your manga that after you dropped a certain manga series that had been dropped after reading it, and you felt like you were incomplete? Let me know in the comments section below. Be sure to check out my Anime Planet or Analyst, because I've been literally getting in a letterbox, that's why. So keep an otaku for this video, because I have been literally getting into the future discussion video about keeping manga favorites of what I like the most, which refines me as an otaku as keeping favorites of what I like the most, which I will do one soon at some point. This is Rurouni K95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe and stay healthy, and have a great day. This is Rurouni K95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos that I got on plan for what's in store for this brand new video. That's why. Take care. Ta-ta for now for this video, and I'll see you soon for the next video. Stay tuned for more. Bye.